Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Rain, your friendly neighborhood piece of trash here. Um, I'm starting off with my base, which you've seen countless times already, so I'm not gonna say exactly what's going on. But we are doing Down at the Dinghy, which is the fifth story, I think. Yeah, the fifth story in 9 stories. And it's one of my more favorite glam looks that I've done so far, so I'm really excited to show it to you guys. Also, my sister is in this entire video with me, not in the voiceover right now, but while I'm doing the video, that's why I'm laughing and talking with her. Here I'm taking Covergirl pressed powder just because I don't have any other kind of powder. I do not recommend using this powder because it does nothing, but obviously I've run out of my loose powder, so oh well. And here I'm just using concealer to use as a base for my eyeballs. And here I'm just using the Veruca Salt pigment from Storybook Cosmetics, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and just putting that all over my lid and in the crease and everything like that, just to get a nice white base down. And here I'm using Take Me Back to Brazil palette, using the light blue pigment directly in my crease and blending that out. This is kind of reminiscent to me of the water in the story. You know, the boy is in his little dinky boat down by the docks, and this is kind of this look is very straightforward as far as what I'm trying to convey. You know, he's down at the river, so it's going to be a lot of water and a lot of brown from the docks and the boats and stuff like that. But I'll explain how I also think it deals with the deeper meanings, or at least how I feel it deals with the deeper meanings. I feel like, you know, this light blue and the lid color, which will come soon, is very reminiscent of his innocence as a little kid. You know, just having a fun time. And here I'm taking a dark blue pigment from the BH Cosmetics palette and darkening that up in the crease, still reminiscent of the water surrounding the boy while he's in his boat. But of course it's getting a little darker. And there's a lot of, you know, racism and, you know, anti-Semitism in the story, which I think the darker tones in the eye look can easily convey. And here I'm using my Bare Minerals concealer again to try and do not really a spotlight eye. It starts out that way, but I kind of just do you know, a regular cut crease. And then I use the Gemini pigment from the Zodiac palette and put that directly on the lid. And it's this nice silvery color. It's beautiful. I love that palette so much. You guys should go out and buy it. It's just BH Cosmetics is great anyway, so Then I'm taking the dark blue pigment again and blending that into the silvery pigment, just to, you know, so it's not so harsh. And also help do more of a spotlight eye without having to actually do a spotlight eye with the concealer. See, it looks great, right? This is reminiscent of the reflections in the water, by the way. And here I'm going in just a little bit darker with the blue because I felt like it was a little too faint. Also, this blue is just magical. I love it so much. And here I'm using a mixture of the Storybook and BH Cosmetics browns to do a small wing using an angled brush. And this is supposed to be like the color of the boat, the color of the docks, things like that. Just, like I said, very straightforward. And here I'm just using Tarte Cosmetics Double Take Eyeliner and tightlining my eyes. I also do the waterline, but it doesn't stick as well because I'm literally almost out. Like there's barely any left in there. I'm a mess, guys. I'm a mess. And so is my collection. And here I'm using the black pigment from the Take Me Back to Brazil palette to darken up that waterline. I recommend not doing this because it gets all up in your eye and it takes forever to get the gunk out. So don't follow my lead at all. And then I'm just blending that out with a small packing brush and bringing it down. Which I know you're not supposed to do, but for the look, I went with it. And I think it, to me, it conveys the, you know, anti-Semitism and racism that's prevalent in the book. And here I'm using the dark brown and red pigments from the Zodiac palette to fill in my eyebrows using the same angled brush that I used for my bottom lash line, or for my waterline, excuse me. Pay no attention to the fact that my eyebrows are definitely cousins, not at all twins. One always ends up looking way better than the other when I pluck them. Here I'm using the Zero Clue pigment from the Golden State of Mind palette by ColourPop Cosmetics. I'm using that on my inner corners, my eyes, and I also use it as the brow bone highlight, but it hardly shows up on camera, so I just cut that part out. And then I'm using Bare Minerals bronzer just to darken up my cheeks and around my face. And yes, that is America's Next Top Model in the background. I'm using the same pigment from the ColourPop Cosmetics as a highlight on my cheeks and on my nose and on my Cupid's bow. And I learned from Nikki Tutorials to put it on the bridge of your, top of the bridge of your nose to make it look like you have a nose job. And here I'm using Lancôme's Color Fever Fashion Crave Framboise. Oh my god, that's a mouthful. Lipstick. So that's the look. I hope you enjoyed. It was weird. My sister was in here half the time, just sitting there. So a lot of laughing was done behind the mutedness, behind the voiceover. I hope you liked it. It was probably one of my more favorite glam looks based off the story that it was. I went outside and my grandma was like, Catwoman? And I was like, how does this convey Catwoman? But okay, whatever. But yeah, I hope you liked it. If you did, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up and comment and share with all your friends. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.